Ashley Thomas. It's nice to meet you.
Brock, nice to meet you.
Hi, it's nice to meet you in person. I know we kind of briefly talked over the phone.
Mm-hmm.
How are you doing today?
Pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah,
A little tired,
a little tired.
but not bad.
Okay. Well, just wanted to get a couple things on the board, talk about a few things.
Mm-hmm.
The main purpose of this session is just to get to know a little bit more about you and why you've decided to come in,
Mm-hmm.
and just go over a couple of things for the sessions that are going to come after this.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Do you have any questions before we get started?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. So the first thing that I want to talk to you about is confidentiality.
Yeah.
The main thing to know about confidentiality is that we have patient counselor confidentiality.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot disclose any information outside of this session to you, or not to you, to anyone else,
Yeah.
unless you have released it.
Mm-hmm.
So the only time that I would release any of this information is if you are in danger to yourself,
Mm-hmm.
or if you are a danger to someone else. And other than that, or if you sign a release so that I can speak with your physician, if
Mm-hmm.
something's affecting your mood or something like that, we can
Right.
have a conversation. But other than that, this is strictly between us.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna, call your mom and be like, oh, you're not gonna believe what she said. Like, no, that's not gonna happen. But I just want you to know that, I want you to feel comfortable and safe in this environment, that, this is between us, and,
Yeah.
we're here to help you and what your goals are.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did anyone refer you here?
No, I just kind of looked around and this came up. I think you take my insurance, and you're close by, and you do in person, which is important to me.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Okay. All right. Excellent. So did anyone suggest that you reach out for therapy, or is this something that you did on your own?
On my own. I mean, no one like specifically was like, Brock, you should go to therapy, but there's just kind of like a cultural, like, therapy's good, people should do it kind of thing, and that I think has helped motivate me to come. Yeah.
Okay.
So.
All right, I understand. Yeah, that's a fair reason. Because a lot of counseling is preventative,
Mm-hmm.
right? It's not supposed to be you go in crisis mode all the time, because then it's really difficult to help you long term,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
Okay. So before we continue, just so you know, there's going to be a couple personal questions. Are you okay with that?
Yeah, I figured that comes with the territory.
Yeah. I mean, you never know. Some people might decide that, this might not be the right time, and we'll do it another time. But
Okay.
what's the reason, like, what prompted you to come see me?
I mean, I guess it's nothing like specific, just, I don't know, kind of like a general feeling of being a little like stuck, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Like I graduated college a couple years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I've been in the workforce ever since, and I don't know, just kind of like facing that shock of like, I worked all my life prior to this point to get here, and now I've like achieved that, and now it's kind of like entirely up to me on what to do
Mm-hmm.
from here on out, and it's overwhelming and also like a little disappointing, and so kind of just handling that. And then I don't know how specific you want me to get right now, but like got some family stuff too that I think bears discussing.
Okay.
It's kind of like, I guess you never really know, like, what growing up, like, it all seemed normal to me. Maybe it's not, I don't know. I mean, so maybe you could help me figure that out.
Okay,
It's the
sure.
stuff I've experienced.
Okay, yeah. So just out of curiosity, you said you were feeling kind of stuck.
Mm-hmm.
Were you previously in a GT program or gifted and talented advanced classes
in high
and
school,
stuff?
yeah, I guess, yeah.
Okay. How did you see? How did you view your time in college?
Um, like overall, I enjoyed it. It was a positive experience. I didn't go in like being like college party kind of thing. I was like,
Yeah.
this is expensive. It's costing my parents a lot of money.
Yeah.
I am here to study and do well, and so I focused on that. I mean, it wasn't like a shut in or anything, but you know, I was there to work, and I did the work.
Did you participate in any outside activities?
Nothing like officially with the school. No, I mean I had like friends and stuff and a job, but and I mean I did work in a lab on campus as well,
Oh.
but I wasn't. I guess I was also in the honor society, I guess, but that was kind of just more like you're in the club. That's it. You don't really do anything.
Yeah. So what was your major?
Math.
Math. Okay. So what
Yeah.
kind of? So when you say lab, you're not talking specifically. I think biology. You know, like
Yeah.
dissecting. And
Well,
stuff
it
like
was
that.
it was a physics lab.
Oh, okay.
Just because I had the math and like I minored in computer science so I could pick up some programming. And so I like did like data analysis in the lab for the physics
Oh.
lab.
Okay, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So, what could you describe? I know you said you were feeling stuck. Are there any other feelings that go with that?
I think I said it, but like disappointment, you know, because it's kind of like I don't know, doesn't feel like it's all cracked up, you know, what working so hard to like achieve like the job and the degree and stuff. You're like, oh, it's gonna be great when I do it. Then you do it, and it's like, oh, I like go and sit in an office 8 hours a day, and like, you know, I mean, the pay's nice, but like,
Yeah.
you know, it's not as like getting here feels more fulfilling than being here. If that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. I mean, if it makes you feel any better, I've changed careers a couple of times myself, and
Yeah.
yeah, so I've also familiar with that feeling. So, just know that that's I'm pretty familiar with that.
Yeah,
So
I mean, I
think
don't
that's
know I'm necessarily like saying because I've been doing it for like 5 years now. I'm not like, all right, that's it, I'm done. Like I like what I do.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's like I guess I was just hoping to feel more fulfilled from it. So
Find fulfillment in other ways.
I guess that's what I have to do. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's something that we can discuss.
Mm-hmm.
So you also mentioned some family. So would you consider them a stressor in your life, or are there other stressors in your life currently?
I try not to let my family be a stressor in my life. Like I'm pretty independent now, you know, so like they don't really have like any, I don't know, hard power over me. They can't like make me do anything.
Right.
I say that like they're like bad people or something. No, they're not trying to make me do anything, to be clear, but
Yeah.
you know, like just you know, maybe like weird issues with like my dad, and I think my mom has like a drinking problem, and I have a lot of siblings. I have 3 brothers and 4 sisters.
Wow. Yeah, that is a big family.
And I am the youngest of all of them, and so you know, you can imagine being the baby of 7, or I guess 8, counting me. There was like some stuff going on there.
Yeah, I mean that's a big household. Did you all live together at once?
The age range is pretty broad. I think at most there was 4 of us in the house together.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
'Cause, 2 of my brothers and 1 of my sisters are half from my mom's previous marriage.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. So based on everything that you've told me, is there anything else that you think is important that I should know about you?
I don't know.
Or is there any?
Probably, but
I mean, yeah. Sometimes in these situations, it's you might go blank, and that's fine. We
Yeah.
can always talk about that later. Just was curious if there was anything else like.
I recently got diagnosed with ADHD.
Oh, okay.
Which was kind of a struggle to get that diagnosis. I guess they don't like doing it to adults or something, but
Yeah.
so there's that. When I was younger, when I was in high school, um, I was in a serious car crash, and it left
Oh.
me kind of like bedridden for a while, and I was pretty depressed during then. I'm fine now, but like I had to do a lot of physical therapy to. I hurt one of my legs and couldn't walk for a while. And,
Wow.
So
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, I'm fine now, but I don't know if that's important.
Yeah, that is important. That's definitely something. Well, it actually brings us to my next part. But yeah, a lot of physicality can translate over to, what your emotional state and your mental state, things like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that actually brings me into a perfect segue of your physical health. So you said that you were diagnosed with ADHD. Do you know, like, were you taking any medication for that?
I'm on Adderall now. Yeah, I take it just on weekdays for work.
Okay. How much do you take? Do you remember any milligrams or?
I think 15 milligrams.
Okay. Let's talk a little bit about. Well, actually, before we do that, do you have any any physical effects that happen with the Adderall? Do you have any side effects or anything?
Not really.
No.
When I first got on it, I would get like a little jittery, and it would kind of keep me up a little bit. I'd take it early in the morning, but still like later that night. But I've been on it for a couple years now, so I think I'm kind of like used to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not any mood swings or anything like that?
It's for some reason really hard to get my prescription refilled every month, and so sometimes I might have to go like a month or two without it.
Yeah.
And like when I get back on it, like it'll kind of make me feel, I mean, honestly, like pretty good for like the first day or two of taking it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll get to work, and then it'll kick in, and I'll just like feel like really chatty and just like start messaging people and
Yeah.
annoy everybody for a while.
Okay, so let's talk about any prior mental health history. Have you had any? I know you said briefly that you were a little depressed whenever you were bedridden after your accident.
Yeah.
Anything? I mean, it's perfectly normal to have any kind of suicidal thoughts, but have you experienced any?
Not really. I mean, like right after it happened, and I thought I wasn't going to be able to walk. I mean, I would say there was like some brief flashes of like, well, if I can't walk, what's the point, kind of thing. But
Okay.
that was pretty brief, and that hasn't really happened since because I can't walk. And I also understand that you can live a life without being able to walk too. So
Yeah. Okay. So, was there any other mental health history there besides that that incident?
I don't think so.
No. Okay. What about your family? Any family mental health history?
Oh. No.
I
like
get it.
for yeah, right. For real though, like in my immediate family, two of my siblings have substance abuse problems.
Oh.
I guess I don't know if that counts as mental health, but
Yeah, I mean, I would say that
Yeah.
that counts.
Okay.
Yeah. Whenever is it could you be a little more specific if you want?
I mean, I guess it's not specific because it's just kind of like everything. Like, yeah, they drink a lot and do whatever, They're
Okay.
kind of like, yeah, they live together, and not here. I'm not from here, so I don't have any family here. But, and then, I mean, it's, I don't know, to be crude, they just live in a crack house together and do drugs and stuff like that.
Gotcha. Okay, so a little bit of drugs, a little bit of alcohol, kind of.
Oh, I wouldn't say a little bit, but yeah.
Well, yeah, a mix.
Yes,
I suppose.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, um, when it comes to, have they had any mental crises in the past, or recently?
Probably. I don't really keep in touch with them. They've,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, my parents try, but you know, I mean, all my brothers and sisters are kind of like done with them. You know,
Mhm.
like, we've all given them a lot of time and energy and stuff, and
Mm-hmm.
they still just they're doing what they want to do, and I have no control over that. So,
Mm-hmm.
you know, it's better to just recuse myself from the situation than try to, you know, stress myself out dealing with it.
Mm-hmm.
So we were like talking and stuff. I mean, they would like, yeah, they'd come by and be like, oh, I'm like when I graduated and I got this job and like they heard and like, I mean, the pay's pretty good, so they knew I was making money.
Mm-hmm.
They would show up and be like, hey, you know, I'm your brother. I love you. Let's hang out or whatever. And it was just like definitely just pure manipulation. And I fell for it for a couple times, but you know, eventually I was like, you say you like want to get your life back on track, so I give you some money, and then
Yeah.
you're just the track we're talking about was the track towards more drugs and stuff. It's like
Gotcha.
I'm not gonna fund this anymore.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Okay. I see. Have you? Well, I guess what have been your major crises of, like the past 5 years? Would you say, if you've had any?
Yeah. I mean, I guess just mostly what I talked about, like with work and graduating and like facing the quote unquote real world.
Yeah.
And then I was in a pretty serious relationship for most of college, and that ended 3 years ago. So we graduated and we stayed together, but then kind of, you know, I guess I can't really say what happened exactly, but yeah, just kind of drifted apart, I guess.
Okay. Have you had? Are you in a relationship now?
Not right now, no.
No. Okay. Let's see. Have you had yourself any history of substance abuse?
No, not really. I mean, I said I didn't go to college to party, but I did do some of that, you know, so
It's natural.
drinking and a little bit of drugs, yeah.
Okay. Has anyone in your life ever expressed concern about your use of alcohol or drugs?
No, not really. I've always been, my brother and sister that are deep into it are the two oldest of us, so like we always saw them doing that, and so like I grew up knowing like, hey, I don't want to end up like that, so you know, I've always been pretty aware of keeping that under control.
Okay. Let's see. Do you have any community supports?
Yeah, I mean, you know, I have friends at work, and I'm in like some online communities for like gaming and stuff.
Okay. What kind of gaming?
RuneScape.
RuneScape. I don't know much about that, but I've heard of it.
Yeah, but I've been playing it since I was in like 6th grade.
Dedication.
And you think I would have like beaten it by now, but you really can't. But yeah, I mean, I can talk about it all day, but I'm in like some it's called like a hardcore Iron Man, where you have to do everything on your own. And if you die once, it's game over, and it's just like kind of competing against other people to try to like get the highest level without dying and stuff like that.
Okay.
And so I have to like compete against people and just kind of in like competitions and like in the community that does all this kind of stuff.
Well, that's cool. Do you interact with them outside of gaming, or is it mostly just inside?
Yeah, there's a couple people that like I mean, they don't live anywhere nearby, so our interaction is still mostly through gaming, but like we'll play other games together. Like I consider them my friends, like we talk and stuff like that, yeah.
That's good. Okay. let's see. Let's talk about your childhood a little bit. Um, did you meet all of your developmental milestones like relatively on time?
Well, like walking and talking and stuff, or
Yeah.
yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, was there anything outstanding that really comes to mind where you were very delayed or very ahead of something?
I don't know if this really counts, but uh, I wet the bed until I was 10.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I don't know if that means anything, but
Okay.
yeah. And I mean, I did well in school, so I mean, I don't know if that's like outstanding, but I was salutatorian at my high school.
Wow.
Would have been valedictorian, but person behind me pulled some shenanigans with, like, they managed to convince the school that because this class they were taking was like dual credit, AP, whatever,
Mm-hmm.
that it was like worth more GPA, so they
Yeah.
graded on a different scale, which I was also in that class, but I did get a B and she got an A, so.
Sometimes it boils down that
But my
way.
GPA without that would have been higher, so yeah. But I don't like giving public speeches anyways, so
Sounds like you won on that one.
I guess so.
So growing up, what was your experience with your peers? And like, did you have a friend group growing up, or was it just like a couple of close friends?
Yeah, I mean, I have a lot of siblings, and so then we all went, or most of us went to the same school system.
Mm-hmm.
So like, when 5 of your older brothers and sisters go through the school before you, everyone kind of knows who you are. So, I mean, I would hang out with them, of course, and we all had. I have twin brothers that are one grade. They were one grade above me, and so like we had friends together, and we would hang out.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I had a pretty good friend group.
Okay. You've already kind of told me a little bit about your high school experience. So when you went to college, did you get your bachelor's? Did you complete college?
I got my master's.
Oh, your master's. What's your master's in?
Mathematics.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure.
I guess that's just why it's technically data science.
Okay.
But it's math. I
Okay.
mean.
Okay, so let's jump into your family history. So are your parents married, separated, divorced?
They're together.
They're together? Okay,
Yeah.
how long have they been married for?
Shit. 30 to 35 years.
Wow.
No, it has to be longer than that. 40 years, I think.
Wow, that's a
Yeah.
long time. And then, do you have any children?
No.
No? Okay.
I have a cat. Does that count?
Kind of,
Then
in
yes.
a
Then
way.
I kind of do, yeah.
We birthed them,
Well,
not literally, but.
I don't want to add to the overpopulation, so I adopted mine.
Very noble, very noble.
Yeah.
Okay, have you had any major losses in the past? Any family members or friends?
I mean, I've lost 2 grandparents, but I don't know that I'd call it like major, because like, I don't know, for someone my age that's just kind of standard, I guess. I was never super close, because I had such a big family, like it's hard to like maintain a close relationship with your wider family. So like,
Yeah.
and like they were both my dad's parents, and he didn't have a great relationship with them, so we weren't super close. So I guess like the hardest part of it was just seeing my dad lose his parents instead of like me losing my grandparents.
Okay. All right. Let's also. Would you say that you are religious?
No.
No. Okay. Is your family?
I mean, I guess they would probably say yes to that question, but it was like, mom would make us go to church once every couple months to feel not guilty about it, and then we'd all be like, this sucks, and then stay home.
Yeah.
After that sort of thing. I did go to, God, what is is it called confirmation. I got baptized because my friend's mom was leading it, and she would always bring spaghetti. It was on Wednesday nights, and she would bring spaghetti, and she makes really good spaghetti. So that's kind of like why I went.
Okay. Hey, totally understand. Let's see. Do you have, or have you witnessed any violence in your family?
Yeah. I mean, so my three oldest siblings, so the two who are living in the crack house, and then their brother. Like I said, they're my half siblings, and they're from my dad's previous marriage, and they don't have a great relationship with my dad. I don't exactly know why. Something to do about, they're all much older than me. Something to do about their life with their mom prior to coming into our family, or I guess it's not like my family existed for them to come into, but you get what I'm saying. And so I don't know that it ever. I'm sure they've been violent with each other between those three. They've gotten close to like physical altercations with my dad, but it's never quite gotten there.
Okay. Have you experienced any other traumatic events or witnessed any traumatic events?
Yeah, when I was in college, and me and my friends went skiing on spring break, and I'd never been skiing before. My two friends who I went with were really good, and they drug me up the mountain to some like steep ass slope. I was too scared to go down. This was like day 3. I didn't know what I was doing, so I was just sliding down on my butt, and someone else was coming down the mountain, and they like lost control and hit a tree and died. Kind of like right in front of me. Like I was the person to call ski patrol, and they were going really fast, and so it was not a good sight to see.
Yeah. Wow. That is definitely, I can see how that is traumatic. That is definitely something difficult to get through. Did you talk to anyone about that after that happened?
You?
I was about to say besides me, but okay.
Yeah, I mean, at the time I didn't really think much. I mean, I thought about it, but I didn't really realize what it was like doing to me, I guess. But I don't know, like that plus the car crash, like I guess you could say I kind of have a thing about like high speeds now, so.
Yeah, okay. How old do you think you were when that happened?
22? 22, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's move on to the last part of our session here. And let's talk about what is something that you want to change about yourself. It doesn't have, I don't mean physically, but you came in here because you're feeling stuck and you want to find some fulfillment. So what is something that you would like to change?
I think I've always been pretty shy, I guess. Because of my brothers and sisters and stuff, I kind of had like built-in friends all the time, so I'm not great at making friends.
Yeah.
I had friends in college, but those were friends from high school who I met through my brothers, so it's kind of like a whole thing. So I guess like just being more outgoing, stuff like that. I think I would feel better, more fulfilled if I like had, because I don't really have friends like here in the city with me. All my friends are online, and so like if I have people I could like go out and do stuff with,
right.
Instead of, I love the people that I game with, but sometimes I want to do something that's not sitting in front of a computer.
Yeah, definitely understandable.
I've been going rock climbing, like indoor rock climbing. Just for like the fitness, but also hoping to like meet people, and I don't know, like every time like someone comes up and like talks to me about a problem, I'm always like, this is the moment, and then I just like climb up and I'm like, yeah, it's easy or hard, and then like walk away. So not doing that would be good.
When you mean problem, is
like
that
the route you climb on the wall, which they're called problems.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought you meant for a second people just came and just started unleashing, trauma on you or something. I was just wanted to check.
No. If they did, I would charge them like you are.
Okay, so what kind of changes do you hope therapy will lead to?
What is that, like, not the same question?
Well, so there's something that you'd want to change about yourself, but also, is there something that you're hoping to really grasp out of it?
Okay, yeah. I mean, ideally, I know this isn't how it works, but like, it'd be awesome if like I could just come here and talk about things, and then like the problem I'm talking about would just go away. But I know it's harder than that. So I think like just getting the skills and tools required to like process things, and I think I kind of like, stuff happens to me and I just go, I'm fine. I've always kind of thought of myself as like stoic, I guess. So like, I don't care, just bad stuff happens, whatever. But that's not actually true. I know that now. And so like being able to like sit down and actually like feel my feelings and think about them and stuff like that.
So, what would you say that your strengths are?
I think, despite saying that I'm like shy, I think I am in like, if it's people I know, I think I can be outgoing. I think I'm pretty funny as well. I like to think that I'm kind and thoughtful and considerate, and I put in a lot of effort to like make sure I like understand a thing before I judge it. So like, if you hear about someone doing something, like if I'm telling you about like my siblings that like live in a crack house and do drugs, like I think a lot of people would hear that and just be like, kind of write them off, which I do now, but that was after a lot of like giving them the benefit of the doubt and second chances and kind of stuff like that. Arguably to my own detriment, but so I guess that would be another thing, is like knowing how to kind of like, if I want to be nice to people, I am also people, and so I could be nicer to myself in that regard.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that's definitely something we can work on. And then, lastly, is there anything that we haven't talked about that you think is relevant or something that we might have missed?
Well, we kind of talked about it, like, but like my relationship and like dating, I haven't, since me and my ex broke up 3 years ago, I haven't tried dating since.
Okay.
And so I think that's something I'd be interested in working on. Is I'm not asking for like dating advice or whatever,
Right.
but like because I'm like pretty nervous, and like things are pretty different now than from back in my day. Like I've never been on the apps,
Right, yeah.
so I don't know how to like do any of that, or so it's all pretty overwhelming and a little intimidating and scary.
Yeah.
But I do want to have someone, a partner. So
Okay.
also I guess this kind of ties into it. It never came up, and I don't know if it even matters, but I'm bi. So,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That is very good to know. So, I briefly want to talk about just how the sessions will be set up. And then I know we're kind of running short on time, but typically sessions last about 50 minutes.
Okay.
And we do take insurance. I think we've talked about that over email.
Yes.
But regarding email, when it comes to communication, primarily, I would like to do it over email.
Okay.
I don't have a system where you can text really, and I don't give out my phone number, but I'll give you resources in case of an emergency, if something happens,
Right,
that
yeah.
kind of thing. and typically I like to start clients out weekly, just until, you know, because we're getting to know each other and getting to know like how we interact. And then, you know, if you feel like you want to go more bi-weekly after that, then we can absolutely talk about that. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, that's good. Makes sense to like do it weekly, at least at first. I think bi-weekly is probably what I want to shoot for. But yeah, I'm cool with starting weekly and then seeing how that pans out.
Okay. Excellent, great. And one last thing is, one thing that's important to know about therapy is that this is a collaboration between the two of us, right? This isn't something where I can just tell you, this is wrong with your life, this is wrong with your life, do this to fix it, do this to fix it.
Yeah.
Because things will work for different people in different ways and at different times. So I just want you to understand that, and, you know, make sure that we understand that this is not something that will be, you know, it's not a quick fix it kind of thing. Yeah. And I assumed you knew that because, you know, when you came in, we kind of talked about it a little bit on the phone. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have. Thank you very much for sharing all of your, you know, what's going on with you. I really appreciate that. I know it's not easy to be vulnerable, especially with someone that you have legitimately just met. So
I mean, I think that makes it easier.
Oh, well, okay.
And the first thing you told me was, what we say here is never leaving the room. So I don't know, I feel pretty empowered to speak, I suppose.
Okay, well, good. I'm glad you feel that way. And yeah, well, it was very nice meeting you, and I'll see you next week for our first session.
Sounds good.
All right, it's very nice meeting you.
Nice to meet you too. Thanks.
Yeah.